Hi everyone, this is Darcy and we are live. And today I'm going to do my morning routine live with you guys and also answer a lot of your questions that you guys had throughout the week. So be a lot of Q&A as well. And I'm going to open up to the chat at the end of the video as well. So if you want to jump anywhere in this video, at the end I always put the timestamps below so you can jump anywhere in the video. And if this video is helpful to you, make sure to give me a like and also subscribe to my channel because I have videos like this every week. And I want to do this different for you guys today because I had so many great comments through the week, great questions for you guys that I love answering all your comments, and I try to take my time, I do research, I put a lot of different links to different videos that answer your questions, but I'm trying something different this time. I want to start doing a weekly Q&A addressing a lot of the questions from the week because they may be questions that you have as well. So you guys are an amazing community. I love you guys so much, and you actually ask amazing questions that I feel like we should be doing on video because I answer a lot of the questions in the comments and a lot of them inspire me to do new videos, but I'm going to start doing this once a week, and let me know if you guys like by liking this video. And I figured this is a very informal video today. I'm going to be doing my current morning routine, which is my body and my face, and then go into my comments from my YouTube page. And then at the end, if you guys are around, make sure to ask your live questions as well, because I love hanging out with you guys. And I'm going to try this different this week and see what you guys think about this new format. So let me see. I'm going to first start with the products that I'm currently testing. And then we're going to go into the questions, and I'm going to talk about some of the stuff I've been testing as well, which is really exciting. And you guys can join me at any time and join in the chat and ask your questions. So now let's get to it. First of all, I'm running in 3 hours of sleep right now. It's been a tough week for me. My son is sick again, and my husband is sick. And I'm going to talk about some of the products that I'm been using to battling this because I'm actually not sick, but it's been a battle this whole week. And I want to share with you guys too. That's why I haven't been as consistent with my tools. And I will still do my current iHood lifting video this week, but I wanted to do some of the stuff I'm doing on this live because honestly, I have been a little behind with my tools. And because I've been dealing with taking care of my husband and my son, and I want to open the thing here for the chat. And I don't know why I'm not live. Hold on, guys. I have to check here because it says that I'm live here, but I'm not live. Sorry. Again, we are live. We should be live. Yes, we are live. Sorry. I don't know why my phone is lagging. I'm also have my phone here so I can kind of see because, you know, I use Ecamm Live, which is a great program for lives, but I'm still getting used to it, and it says that I wasn't live. So I just want to double check. So I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you guys. Okay, yeah, so this week has been really tough to keep up with my schedule. It was my son's birthday as well. He turned 4. So I had to organize the party, and he wasn't sick at that time, but I think we got, you know, my husband and my son got sick at the party with lots of kids. And we did the party on the weekend. I might see if I can bring up a photo of the party I sent to myself to my email. At the end of the video, I'll show a photo. It was really fun. I had a great time. But if you're a mom, you know, organizing parties, it's a lot of work. So I did that. And then my husband keeps getting sick. And today I actually have 2 doctor appointments. I'm going to take my son and my husband to the doctor. So I'll have to leave before 12:30, and I enjoy these lives with you guys because some of them go really long because we get to chat, we get to ask your questions, I do my, you know, routines, I show you tutorials, and then some of the lives get really long. And I figure if I do this Q&A once a week would be great because then we guys know you can come and we can ask your questions. And maybe my other lives, I might cut out the chat part of it. Let me know how you guys feel about it because I feel like some of my lives, the tutorial part is actually pretty short, but the actual Q&A becomes an hour and 2 hours, which is amazing. I love hanging out with you guys for, you know, maybe we can do a 3-hour chat Q&A one of these days because you guys have a lot of questions and I love answering and hanging out and getting to know you guys. But comment below if you like for me to maybe cut out the chat part of the video because I know it can be a little daunting when you see some of my lives, like 2 hours, almost 3 hours. It's mostly because of the chat part, but the actual information is usually in the first part of the video. And I try to do my best to always put the timestamps so you can jump anywhere because it can get long. Anyway, so let's get started because today's more of an informal live, but I'm here to answer your questions. And I'm also going to go into my comments forum this week, which has amazing questions. I even have some research for you guys to answer your questions on this live. So let's start with the routine really quick, because I have been slacking off this week with my eye hood lifting, and I'll still do the update this week, but just so you know, because of my son's birthday, my son getting sick again, my husband's super sick. He actually just went to his office to pick up a computer, and he has a little bit of a fever. So if he comes in, you know, apologize, but we're dealing with that. So let me start with my actual routine that I've been slacking off this week because of life. But I'm going to start with the Neural Laser, which I've been using for my eye hood lifting. If you're following that series, I'm going to do a recap of the series. I'm going to do an edited video showing like my 2-month result with all the before and afters and all the products I've used. And I think that would be a great thing so you guys can get caught up on it. You know, so that's coming up for sure. So I'm going to start with the Neural Laser because right now I'm working on my eye hoods, and it has really helped. I'm very puffy because, again, at the birthday party I had a lot of sweets, lots of salty things, and I feel like I've been so puffy because I've been eating so badly. Lots of pizza this week. So anyway, so I feel like I'm extra puffy. So this is great to do with you guys on live. So first I'm going to do the Neural Laser, which I've been using only on my eye hoods to tighten this up, and it has been tightening up so much. I also had a date with my husband last week, and I've noticed this area is so much tighter. It's so much firmer and lifted because this helps with the collagen of this area, especially if you're older. I'll be 46 this year in July, and this area starts getting thinner, which I'm going to talk about collagen on this video too, as you guys can see in the back, I'm going to talk about all the things I've been taking. This is my true morning routine. So let's start with the tools. I'm going to start with the Neural Laser. I'm still on level 1. You don't have to go super high on this to get results, guys. And I'm only doing on my hoods. And, oops, sorry. That is the noise if you misfire, because I'm not flashed into the skin. So yeah, and make sure you do this on a very clean skin. Don't put any, oh, sorry, I'm talking here. Don't put any moisturizers, no serums. You do it after. So do my eyes really quick. And if you're joining in right now, I'm doing my morning routine, but I'll still have the eye hood lifting live this week as well. Is that today I have a lot of things going on, so I did not have time, guys, to actually do my before and afters for this week, and that's why I'm not doing my eye hood lifting live today, because I like to do before and afters for you guys, and I literally haven't had a chance. But I will probably later today, and I'll try to do my eye hood lifting live either tomorrow. Oh, sorry, misfire. Just make sure it's off the way flashed. There you go. And that's it with the Neural Laser. Turn it off. You can press, or it turns off by itself. I've been putting my Neural Laser on the actual, you know, that's the only thing I wish it came with a, you know, like a case, but I've been putting here because I've been dropping it since I'm doing these lives. It's still not broken, thank God, but I've dropped it a couple of times, so now I'm putting it here. So that's a tip for you guys. If you find that you're dropping your Neural Laser, you can keep it here, you know, on the actual case. I feel like it's a lot safer because I've been dropping this like crazy. And I'm going to do the For Your Bear. I'm still using the bear, again, lack of time, but I'm going to do an update with my eye hood lifting results so far, and then I'm going to include other tools and other techniques for the second part of the lives. But I'm still using the For Your Bear, and I just posted a video, guys, actually, and I'm using for the conductive gel. I'm using this from Medicube, which I'm going to talk about and other products I've been using from Medicube too lately, that I'm finding that it's really helping my skin. And if you're following me on my lives, you probably notice my glow and my skin is, you know, don't mind this acne I had, and I, you know, played with it yesterday, and is a little, you know, there. It's, again, I ate really badly, lots of chocolate, lots of pizza, so it is showing, definitely for sure. So this is my favorite conductivity gel because it's a living formula, so you don't have to wash it off, and I find that by itself is amazing, especially using with the Neural Laser, because one thing about the Neural Laser is that it is a laser and it dries your skin. So I find that this works really well because it's the extra moisture that is really good to apply right after the Neural. If you're not using with a microcurrent device, if you're using by itself, make sure you always use a serum. Doesn't have to be the nearest serum. You can use any good skin serum and then eye cream, because that is the best combo. And be mindful that when you're using the Neuro laser, you are using a laser, and even though there's no downtime, it's not abrasive, it does dry the skin. And I find that's why a lot of people get, stop using. They think they're creating wrinkles. It's not. It is drying your skin. So make sure you always use a serum and also a good eye cream and good skincare on top of it. So now, and this works as kind of like a serum because I don't have to wash it off. So that's a great conductive gel. And so far, I'm loving combining the Neuro laser with the microcurrent. And I'm also going to talk about the ORALIFT. Amazing. And they're having a sale coming up, which I also want to mention to you guys because it's really cool. So now I'm going to do the For Your Bear. And I'm using on the basic mode. I still haven't got to use it. I mean, they have a new app update that actually updates your For Your Bear. I haven't used it. I haven't got a chance to do it, guys. So I'm using on the basic mode in case you're wondering, or if you're using with the... So I like to first just do my forehead a little bit. And then usually if I have time, I do a whole, it turns off after 2 minutes and a half. I do 2 minutes and a half on my forehead sometimes. Because the forehead, guys, is a muscle that really helps to lift your eyebrows too. And is a good combination to use when you're doing eye lifting techniques, to do the forehead and get the muscle lifted. But for the purpose of this routine, I'm just only going to wake up my forehead a little and then do my eye, which I do a slide hook, meaning you have it sandwiched between your eyebrow, and lift. This, I love, 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 love this move. I find that it's really opening up my eyes so much. And that's why I love to use the For Your Bear so much lately, because it is just so easy. And so yeah, so lately, I think it was 2 days ago, I posted an edited video using a very advanced LED light panel. And on that video, I show before and afters from using the LED light panel, and also before and afters from all my current body before and afters from using the products, because I like testing a product for like months before I do a video. And I was so impressed. If you watch that video, I'll put that video in the description box below. It's actually really interesting. It's a very expensive panel, and that's why I use so many comparisons on that video. So then, if you really need that panel, you can also see how the other products that are also amazing compare. But what I mentioned this is because if you look at the before and after from the current body LED light mask from that video, which I also have a dedicated video, I'll put that in the description box. It was the first time I used the bear, and oh my god, guys, you can see the lift from the before and after, which that's why I love the bear, because it is so easy, and that lift was so good. Anyway, so on that before and after, you can see the results from the actual LED light, that my skin is like brighter, but also you can also see my before and after from using the bear last time by itself. Anyway, I'm just mentioning, if you guys want to check out the video, it's really very, very detailed. It has lots of timestamps, so you can jump anywhere. So that is being my favorite thing to do lately, the slide, hook, and lift. I'll show you the other move that I also do, but I'm finding that I'm doing this a lot more, especially since the Neuro is really, really tight in this area. I find that I like this move better. But you can also use this one that I taught. You just go slide underneath and hold like that. You can alternate between the two, but I've honestly been using this more since I'm finding I have a lot more lid space. So I just kind of like slide up and sandwich between the eyebrow. That's what I mean, hook, and then lift. And I usually just alternate between those two moves until the bear turns off. So it's very, like, I don't have to think about it. And that's why I've been inserting the bear into my routine for this, this month really, because I don't have to think about it, and I've been having so many things lately in my life that I just want this routine to be very easy. But I'm gonna add more other tools, which I have since I started the series. That way, if you don't have the bear, you can still do the series. But I love it. I think what works the best with the bear for me is that the actual T-sonic pulsations, look at that. It's like, hello, wake up. Anyway, so since I've used with the leave-in gel, I don't have to wash it off. But if you use it with regular conductive gel, then you have to wash it off. So now let me just kind of take the excess off. And then I'm going to do my body routine, which so far I have another live that I talked about it, that I've been testing some MAELYS cosmetics for the décolletage and my arms. And I'll put that video in the description box too. That's why I want to do this routine, so you guys see what I'm testing, what is working, and there you go. So just kind of like pat so you get the excess off. If you can do with a little towel. Oh yeah, before I go to my body, let's talk about ORALIFT, which is a device that I also have many reviews on my channel. I'll put the playlist on the description box below, because I have used the ORALIFT by itself before, and I have my 2-month result, my 2-month results, my 4-month results, as well as many tips. And I will do more videos on the ORALIFT because it's a very unique device that basically you use inside your mouth and helps to shift the actual bones on your face. I know it sounds crazy, but it is a dental device that creates a space in here. And what that does is shifts your bone structure to what it was before. And on my 4-month use of the ORALIFT, I actually compare my 10-year photo with when I was testing the ORALIFT, and it literally goes back to what it was before, the shape of my face. So it doesn't change the shape of the face, but it's really amazing, especially if you're an older person, to get that triangle back. And you guys can see from, from the ORALIFT video, and I'll have my eye lift video this week as well with my before and afters. But if you go to those videos, my face was a lot more square. As we get older, our bones shift, we lose fat pads, we lose muscle mass, and it just kind of like our faces just become wider, and that's just nature. And this really helps. It's the only device that does this, that actually shifts up, and this really amplifies the results of your other tools. But by itself, it will give you a lift, so you can watch the video on that, and I'll show you how to use it really quick. You put it inside your mouth. The whole point is that you put it underneath on your mouth, and you do not want to touch this blocks right here. So you kind of like do this O face, and you stay with that face for from 3 to 1 minutes to 1 hour, but you start slowly, twice a day, every 3rd day, and you do that for 4 months, and then you stop for 4 months. So anyway, watch the original video so that way you guys can get more information about it, but I'm just gonna do a demonstration, and that goes like that. So just demonstrating that I've been doing, because the ORALIFT is actually having a sale coming up. I think the 25th of March is going to be 25% off. It's going to be 15% off. And then if you use my coupon code, BrazilianGirl10, which I'll also leave the link and the coupon codes on the description box below, you can get 10% on top of the 15% discount to up to 25%. So it's a really great deal. The spring sale is coming up, and definitely recommend. The ORALIFT is so unique, guys, and I'm enjoying a lot to use with the other tools and show you guys the combination of it, which kind of results you can get. But it's truly amazing, and it really helps too with teeth grinding, and it will not shift your teeth. It's a question I get that a lot, which I'll probably do a Q&A on the ORALIFT by itself, because you guys ask amazing questions. When I go into the comment portion of this video, which I'm going to go into your comments and answer all of them, I get the question a lot. If you use a retainer, you can still use it, but not with the retainer by itself. If you don't sleep with the ORALIFT, I think it can get a little confusing, because it goes in your mouth. You do not sleep with it. You use morning and night, depending on your comfort level, from 3 minutes to 1 hour. And you can increase that, but honestly, I never even got to an hour. I got results using 15 minutes morning and night every 3rd day. But if you use a retainer, you can take the retainer out, use the ORALIFT, and then, use the ORALIFT by itself, not with the retainer, but you don't sleep with it. This, I know it can get confusing. And it doesn't, even though it is molded to your teeth, it is just hovers on top of your teeth. So in the beginning, you may feel that the top teeth will be touching, but with time, and that's the whole point, the muscles and the bones are going to create a space here, which you cannot notice, but it does help with the jaw, even the posture. And that is what kind of creates the youthful V-shaped triangle and goes back to what your face used to be. So that's just a couple of things that I get questioned a lot about the ORALIFT and I wanted to mention. But watch the whole video playlist because I go into very detail about it. And I will have a video on the fitting of the ORALIFT as well, probably in the near future. So make sure to subscribe if you want more information about it. But it is going on sale, so highly recommend. It's a really good deal and totally worth it. I love this tool. It's so unique. There's nothing in the market like this. And as I'm combining with other tools, it definitely amplifies the results, but by itself, it will give you a lift. So definitely recommend. So now I'm going to do my routine for the body, which I'm really enjoying, guys, and I'm already seeing results, but I will have a 30-day update. I've been using the Big Glossy and Big Glowy from MAELYS Cosmetics, and wow, I love this, guys, because it's so easy to put it on. It's not sticky. You guys are going to see it dries out really quickly. And I'm already seeing results. Like on my arms, like the texture of my arm, like I showed I have a live what I'm talking about about anti-aging products, which is another series that are starting my channel because as I'm getting older, I'll be 46 this year, I'm finding that I'm neglecting my body a lot. So my face is, have so many great tools and things that I'm doing, but my body is definitely showing. And my décolletage as a side sleeper, it was pretty bad and it's getting better with this. I'm so impressed. I just started using it. I think I'm going on the maybe second week now, but I will use for 30 days and show my before and afters. Not sponsored. I'm not even affiliated with Big Glossy, but even if I was, I usually only, which I'm going to talk about later today, I only, do affiliation or sponsorship videos on products that I already use or that I have tested or that I believe. So you can be rest assured on that. I'll never talk about a product that I don't actually believe or tried or show the before and afters. But I get questions a lot because I have a lot of videos on MAELYS Cosmetics, but none of them are sponsored. I don't even have affiliate with them, but I do like them and I have purchased and repurchased their products, but they sent these ones to me. Just to clarify. Hi, Michelle. Oh my God, you're cooking awesome. I have some very special thing for you, Michelle. Michelle is on the comments really quick. I will have, I'm going to go into the Q&A at the end. I'm just mentioning Michelle because I actually got a graphic to show you, Michelle, about the chin dimples. So hang in there, and oh, I'm getting hungry. So yeah, excited that you're here, Michelle, because I have something very special for you. So hang in there. And this is a very informal video today, guys, but feel free to go into the chat, put your questions that will go at the end as well. I just want to go over the things I'm actually using and answer a lot of your questions because I'm behind my comments replies, which I try to reply to every single comment, by the way. I may take a while, but I get there because I love your comments. You guys have amazing comments and they're very inspiring. It gives me suggestions for future videos. So yeah, so let's continue. I definitely have been seeing results so far with these. And so I'm going to apply on camera because I'm doing my morning routine for real because I have to go to the doctor and this is the time I have to do it. So I start with the Big Glossy. And if you want more info about it, I'll put the whole video with the ingredients and all the information about it. This is literally my morning routine. And I've been enjoying to put about about 5 pumps on the décolletage. And I'm not putting on my neck because I'm using something else on my neck. This video is funny because I'm going to show everything that I'm using. And I wish I have 2 faces, guys, so I can test more things for you guys. But I only test one thing at a time on a body area. That way I can tell you for sure what results you can expect with the thing I'm testing. So this one, I'm only putting on my décolletage. And it's really helping. I'm so impressed. It's helping so much with the wrinkles on my chest so far, but hang in there. It is expensive. Don't run and buy it yet. I'm going to show you my 30-day results. And all the products from MAELYS that I try, I put my before and after so you guys can see which kind of results you can get because they're expensive. And I know they have some coupon codes, I think, during the holidays. I don't have any. I'm not affiliated, but they do sell at Ulta now. So it's a good thing to check on Ulta for their sales as well. So yeah, that's that. And then that's the Big Glossy. I'm only putting this on my décolletage, and it's supposed to help with the wrinkles and the texture and the sun damage, which I have all that. And I'm a side sleeper, so I'm not expecting miracles here because I still sleep on my side, but I definitely feel like it's helping with the depth of the wrinkles so far. And this is the Big Glowy. This helps with sun damage and texture. And I've been using this on my arms. And I have before and afters that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Right now, this is my morning routine. Put it in. I'm putting mostly on this part of my arm. But whenever it's, you know, the excess, I put the rest. And that is the Big Glowy. And I have, if you want more ingredient, you know, more about the ingredients, watch the live that I apply, and I talk about all that as well. I love that it basically feels like a serum gel, so it doesn't feel sticky and it smells really good. So, and then I put the Big Glowy also here. You can combine them. So yeah, so that is that. And I apply. And both my son and my husband love the scent of it. Whenever I put it on, my son says, "Oh, Mommy, you smell so good." It's not overpowering. It just smells like nice and clean and fresh. And that's it. So that's what I do for my face and body. And now I'm going to tell you what I'm taking internally. Because, again, I'm showing everything I'm trying out and testing out for you guys so you guys can know exactly what I'm doing. So right now, let me sure my mic's still here. I'm functioning from about 3 hours of sleep. I went to sleep at 4 a.m. I woke up at 6. Oh, actually, 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours and a half, like 6:30. And I'm only able to do this video thanks to these two products that I've been testing recently and one I've been using for a while. And I want to talk about this too because I always give updates on my channel from things I'm taking because this has literally saved my life. First, I'm going to talk about this one that I've been taking for longer and has helped me to not be completely sick or debilitated. I'm not joking. Since I start taking this consistently, the NMN from DONOTAGE, and this is a powder you take daily, and I'll talk a little more about the ingredients and all, but I have a whole video on this, and this works, guys. This is my lifesaver. When I don't have this, is what happened last year. I was sick every day. I lost my voice and it was horrible. And then I start taking this again and boom. My husband's been sick so much since January. My son's been sick so much since January. And I'm battling. I've been doubling up on my doses because I cannot afford to get sick. Seriously, I cannot afford to get sick because I have to take care of my son and my husband. And today I have 2 doctor appointments. So this has been a lifesaver. And this gives clean energy as well. And I have not been taking any coffee. I know I sound super hyper and I'll tell you why. This gives good energy, but I still battle with brain fogginess, which if you watch my lives, you can encounter the brain fogginess quite a lot because sometimes I literally forget words. And that is, you know, I don't want to get into it, but I have very bad brain fogginess since I had the vid when it first came out. I'm not going to go into details because I know it can be triggering for some people, but that's my experience. And this really helps with my energy, but I'm still battling my brain fogginess. Hence, this other thing that I'm taking, which is literally feels like somebody, because sometimes when my brain fogginess is really bad, it almost feels like there's a blur, you know, like a veil in the world. It's really weird. I never had this in my life, and I battle with this. Some days it's just really bad. The supplements help, but help me feel more energy, which if I don't take this, coffee doesn't work. It's really bad. Like I can get really depressed actually, which I'll talk about in another video about mental health. But this has been a lifesaver for me not drinking coffee because coffee gives me anxiety. And I'm already a person that is anxious naturally, which I'll talk about in another video about mental health because I'm dealing with that very seriously now. My husband is bipolar, so we're dealing with a lot of mental things right now in our family too, which I'm not going to get into it. But I am an anxious person in general and even come out as anxious because I talk fast too, but that's besides the point. But I cannot drink too much coffee, otherwise I just feel jittery and speak even faster and get the coffee crash. So I have not been taking coffee in a while since I started NMN. And I'm going to briefly mention the ingredients of NMN now for you guys. And I'm going to talk about this because this is insane, which, you know, put a pin in there, hang in there, because this is what I'm taking in the mornings. And that's why I'm here with 2 hours and a half of sleep and I can finish a sentence thanks to these two products. So if you are somebody with extreme exhaustion, brain fog, I mean, this would work too. It has helped with brain fog, but I find that a lot of times I can be awake, but I'm just, you know, mentally exhausted. And that's what this one came in. But I'll talk about that one in a second. Let me finish the NMN. NMN, and I'm going to talk about a little bit here about what is in it, what does it do. I actually have a whole video on, you know, DONOTAGE products, which they do work. They're expensive. I do have a coupon code of them, but I have purchased myself a lot of products too because they do work, guys. And I've tried being without this product, and that's what happened last year. I ran out. They are expensive, so I didn't repurchase because I said, I feel great. Let's check what happens. Big mistake, and you can see a lot of my videos on last year. I was sick for the longest time, and I would be sick now if it wasn't for this. No joke. So the key features of NMN is that it supports health NAD levels. And NAD is basically, NAD basically helps with your whole body system, everything. And helps also boost the stamina and endurance. And make sure you watch the original video when I start taking NMN because I go deeper. I don't want to, this can be a whole video on itself. And I will do a whole video on this too, guys. So I just haven't had the time, but I will. But I want to mention here because it is so impressive that I'm even able to speak because I had 2 hours and a half sleep last night. And usually when I have that little sleep, I'm done. I can't function. So only NMN, oh yeah, and by the way, one of the things about DONOTAGE is that they have actually a purity certificate, and it is pure, guys. I actually tried before other supplements when I was suffering from long COVID, which I did for a long time. If you'll be on my channel, I tried all kinds of things, very expensive vitamins, and nothing worked. When I started on DONOTAGE, I start living again. I know it's not a sponsor. I seriously love these products, and I have repurchased myself. And they did send to me also many products, which I'm so grateful because they are expensive. I definitely don't feel like you need all of them, but definitely NMN is one that I will take for my whole life. So basically, this is nicotinamide mononucleotide, and it supports healthy NAD levels in humans and also helps, you know, I also take the CERT6 activator, which they sent to me, which I'll maybe have another video on it. But NMN by itself is something that I highly recommend. And I find that when I have this in my life, I see a huge difference with my energy levels. And they have like, see the certificate of quality. I've seen other NMNs in the market, and a lot of the other products that I've tried from other brands, they are not as strong. So this one definitely works. It's very pure. And again, I haven't had any coffee in such a long time, but when I don't take this, I'm always exhausted and coffee doesn't even work. So yeah, so this, I have the whole video. I can be raving about this forever, but I don't want to take the whole video because I have a lot of stuff to talk about too. And I also want to get into your questions. So this very much works. And I would take this my whole life. And I highly recommend, especially if you are somebody that suffers from a lot of immunity. It helps with immunity. As I'm saying, I'm doubling up lately my dosages since my husband is sick, my son is sick, and I've been battling. When I've been battling, it's like when I start feeling I'm getting, you know, sick, I double the dosage. And then I'm able to function. Obviously, it's not like you're never going to get sick with this. I'm not saying that. But even if I get sick, it's less sick than I was last year. And last year is the true statement of what happens when I don't take this. And I tried because I was like, I feel great. And that's when you know something's working. When you feel great and then you stop and you don't feel great anymore. You feel like really bad. And last year I got so sick. I think it was October. Like we missed Halloween. We missed Thanksgiving. No joke. We missed all of it. Like we couldn't even see our families. We were so sick. We didn't want to make people sick too. And I wasn't taking this. And as soon as I start taking this again, which I talk about in my video when I did, my husband's been sick continually. My son, we have immunity problems, which I'm not going to go into it now. And my husband doesn't want to take it. And my husband is really, really difficult taking things. even his medicine, which has been very, very stressful to me. Because even his medicine he forgets, and I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna mention this other thing I'm taking as well from Do Not Age consistently, which is I have a whole video talking about collagen loss. I'll put that in the description box below. That video explains really well the importance of taking collagen, not just for your skin and aging, but the bones and, especially as we get older. But definitely this one I recommend. It's very affordable. It's one of the most affordable ones. I think it's like $20 that I've seen in the market. And I try other collagen, powders as well. They were like $49 and I didn't see as much difference as I seen with this. And I did the original video when I started. So far, I'm halfway through this thing. And I find that my skin is more hydrated. And I wasn't using microcurrent on the rest of my face, guys. I was just doing my eyes. And I definitely just started using another product, which I'll talk about it, on the rest of my face. But even before I started using the product, I've noticed my skin more plumped. And I'm more hydrated in general. So this is definitely helping and also helps with your body. Watch the video. It is really important, even if you don't take this particular one, to take collagen supplements, especially if you're older, because now that I'm getting closer to menopause, I'm already premenopausal, we often lose 30% of collagen, like boom, as we hit menopause. So that's why we got the skin sagging and everything. And this is making my skin really plumped. And I feel great taking this, and it's pretty affordable. This is one of the most affordable things from the Do Not Age site, and it's pure. Because a lot of the other collagens I did take in the past, I didn't see as quick results as I saw with this. So highly, highly, highly recommend. Even if you don't take this one, take a collagen powder if you are somebody older, because it helps with your bones and nails and everything. But I highly recommend the Do Not Age one because it's very pure, very affordable, and I have definitely seen the results. Even I'm not even all the way through, and this one, and it works. So these two things I'm taking, but NMN for sure, highly recommend, guys. Let me drink some water. I'm too excited. I wanted to share this routine because then you guys know what I'm doing, and I talk about it in different videos. That way you have on this video what I'm doing right now. I feel so focused right now. And that is thanks to this thing here. Lucid, and this is on Super Chai. And I'm going to show, this was sent to me, but not sponsored. And I actually just bought another one because I love it so much. The difference between this and NMN is that NMN makes me awake and have energy. But it doesn't help so much with the brain fogginess that I told you can be really bad. And this one I take, and I actually mix this with the collagen and add some sugar and on my milk and drink it. And this one is really tasty. And I just bought the coffee flavor one from this, bought it myself. And I'll leave the information in the description box below. It was sent to me complimentary by, what is it called? Good Life. I'll go on the website and explain. And I'll talk about another product that was sent to me too, but that one I'm not sure I'm doing a whole review, and I'll tell you why. And that's what happens. People send me products, I test them, and a lot of times if it doesn't work as well for me, I may not do a video on it because I'm very honest. So this one, not sponsored, not affiliated, but I already just purchased another one, and I might do a full dedicated video on it, talking more about the information on each thing. Because I've never heard this before. And it's really kind of crazy because it is mushrooms and nootropics, which I've never really, I think is really in right now. Like I see all over Instagram. But I didn't think it was like, are you serious? Like mushrooms? I mean, it's not going to make you hallucinate. It's not that type of mushrooms. But it is sort of using the mushrooms and even cordyceps, which is kind of funny from the, if you haven't seen the series on HBO, The Last of Us, but not the bad one, but if you watch that series, you know what I'm talking about. So they talk about mushrooms on that series too, and cordyceps is one they talk about, and, fungus. And this one has lion's mane, tremella, cordyceps, and maitake, which also helps with immunity. So I'm going to show really quick their website because I just purchased another one. And let me share with you guys here. So this is the flavor that they sent to me. And is the chai. Tastes delicious. I love chai. And I just bought the coffee one It's kind of expensive. They did send me a coupon code. I'm not affiliated with them, but I'll share in the description box if you want to check it out. I actually used my coupon code and I bought the coffee flavored one. And this one helps with your energy and gives laser focus. And this, I mean, the immunity part, I'm taking the NMN, so I can't really speak for that. But as far as clarity, they're not joking. It doesn't feel, you don't feel jittery, you don't feel hyper. I even take it in the afternoon if I feel a little like mentally tired. But it feels like somebody's like opening a curtain. And I'm finding I'm editing better. Like sometimes when I do videos, I have such a hard time editing because I get brain fog and I get tired on my, like mentally exhausted. Especially, you know, when you have a toddler, you know, they're very, very intense. So I find that I'm getting better mental energy to even be a mom. So I love this. Not sponsored, guys. I love raving about things when they work and sharing with you guys because you're like my friends. I seriously, if you're having brain fog and you do not want to drink coffee, because coffee gives you that clarity sometimes, but also gives you jittery and has the coffee crash. This doesn't have any of that. And so yeah, so this one helps to, you know, has the mushroom blend that I talked about, lion's mane, tremella, cordyceps, maitake, and the nootropic blend, which is alpha GPC, theanine, tyrosine, and it has ginkgo biloba. See, ginkgo biloba is really good for like remembering things. So yes, so this is, you know, lion's mane helps for the mind, and I'll leave all their links if you're gonna go more into the website. And it's also, helps with anxiety. I do feel calmer when I take this too. And it's interesting because it gives me that mental energy, but it doesn't give me the jitters or the anxiety, which I'm an anxious person naturally, which I'm, you know, trying meditating now, doing other things. But I do give that anxious energy too because I speak fast. And I know that when I'm doing my videos. Sorry, I always spoke fast my whole life, and I'm working on that. Tremella, which also helps with skin and cell regeneration. Interesting. Cordyceps, which reminds me of The Last of Us. If you watch that series, I love that series, but this is the good one. And helps to increase the endurance, performance, and also helps with fatigue and many other things. I'm just kind of doing the highlights. And maitake is discovered 2,000 years ago in Japan. It helps to boost immunity and cardiovascular health and improves digestion. I don't know, guys. You can go on their website and get a lot more information. I'll probably do a dedicated video on this. And when I get the coffee one that I just ordered, because I'm almost running out of this one, and I do not want to run out of this. I haven't tried the coffee one, and I'll let you know if it tastes good. But, because sometimes things that are coffee flavored taste kind of weird, which I'm going to talk about it next. Where another product was sent to me. I like it, but I don't like the taste of it too much. And, yeah, so this one, highly recommend. Oh, let me see what is the actual name of the brand. One second, guys. Let me see sorry. Let me go back here. Yeah, one second. Because I want to know what is, I think, Good Life, the name of the brand. I'm trying to find the name of it. But this was sent me complimentary by this brand here, but is not sponsored, and I honestly love it and highly recommend. But I'll do a dedicated video on it as well because I've been taking it. It's working so far so much that I just bought another one, and the coffee flavor one. But I will definitely keep you guys posted on this. This other product that was sent to me, I did take it. I did like it, but you know, and again, I'm very honest. This is a science-based longevity coffee called Uda, and it was sent to me. I did try for a little bit. I like it. It's just the taste of it. It doesn't really taste, I mean, it tastes like coffee, but it gives you a little bit of an aftertaste. But it's a good option. I liked it. The week that I took a whole week without taking my NMN, and I didn't feel the immunity was, like, I still prefer the NMN. This has some NMN on it. But the week that I just took this by itself, I felt a little sniffle. And my son was sick. And then I stopped taking it and went back to my NMN. So I don't feel like by itself it has enough NMN for me to keep my immunity up. As I said, I'm doubling my NMN. But it's a good option. And it was sent to me. I'm not affiliated with them. They wanted to actually do A sponsor video, I haven't answered yet because I didn't use it like enough by itself, because when I start taking this, I took for a whole week without taking my NMN powder from Do Not Age, and I felt it. Like I felt, and it gives you energy, but again, coming from a point of somebody that has immunity compromise and has extreme exhaustion. So for me, it gave me energy, but I needed more energy. So for me, the NMN from Do Not Age is better because I need a higher concentration. But if you are somebody that are looking for a product that has NMN and other things, it has ashwagandha, quercetin, curcumin, vitamin D. It's actually really good ingredients. I just don't like the aftertaste. It gives a little bit of aftertaste, like instant coffee. So that is my true, honest opinion about this one, but it's a good option. I'll put their link on the description box below. They wanted to do a sponsor video. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet because I haven't used it long enough. And you guys know I like to use a product for long. And right now, since my son keeps getting sick and my husband keeps getting sick, I cannot afford to test this product and get sick. Because when I get sick, I cannot do videos for you guys. And that makes me sad. And then I get behind in a lot of reviews. But it is good. I liked it. It's called Uda Science-Based Longevity Coffee. And I did like when I tried. It gives me some energy, but if I'm being completely honest, I think for me, what works best, and again, I have to keep doing this because my son is a toddler. He's sick every week with, little virus from school. So for me, the combination of the NMN and the Lucid are chef's kiss. And when I try a product, I like to stop everything else. And right now I can't, because when I did the Uda for a whole week, I started getting sniffles. So that wasn't helping my immunity. And the moment I stopped the Uda and doubled on my NMN, I cut that sniffle out. So that's why I don't want to take the Uda with the Do Not Age, because then I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to be telling you like, oh, this product's going to give you this if I'm taking with something else. And that's just me. I'm a very honest person, and I wouldn't do that to you guys. But that doesn't mean that didn't work. It worked, but I cannot just test it by itself right now, because in the stage I am in my life, I cannot afford to get sick. So that, especially since my husband is sick, my son keeps getting sick, I need to take care of them. So I cannot afford to get sick. But it gave a good energy about that. It did give a good energy, not jittery. I just didn't like the taste. It was a little doesn't taste bad. It tastes like coffee, but it has that instant coffee aftertaste, if you know what I mean. And that's why I just ordered the Lucid coffee taste, and I'll let you guys know, because a lot of products, when they do coffee flavor, doesn't work that well. And I love the taste of coffee. I miss coffee, but I hate the jitters. So that one is good for that. It has some NMN, but it's not enough for me, for my immunity, to not get sick. But somebody else that may be in a good immunity, stage in their life, that might work. But so that's why I want to mention, I did test it out for a whole week. It worked, but those are the things that I didn't like. So I might not do a sponsor on that, but I wanted to mention because it did work for me. But yeah, that's just my true, honest thoughts on it. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, really quick, because I used this yesterday and it's part of my routine, but I don't use it daily. This one, oh my God, this is literally like so good. I never really talk about a product too early before I finish the review, so don't run and buy it yet, because I will have a 30-day before and after. But by using only twice a week, so I use like 2 weeks, not 4 times, the results are just stunning. Like I'm gonna show this is the Medicube Ocera, and so far every product I try from Medicube has really impressed me, but I like using them by themselves. So right now, I'm not using any microcurrent or anything else on my face. I'm only using the Ocera not on the eye area, on the forehead and this face, and on my neck. That's why I'm not putting the MAELYS on my neck, because I want to see if it's going to help with this necklines. But this is so good. But I'm going to have a whole dedicated video on it, because I want to really go into detail about the technology, because it's not radio frequency, it's a different technology. It uses high frequency and ultrasound. But what impresses me is that I can get the treatment done in about 8 minutes, twice a week. And even with the first treatment, and you guys can see on my face, like everything is plumper. Even my fine lines are plumper. And I've only used like 4 times. But I will have the 30-day before and after. I'm just mentioning because this is my routine video. I don't use it daily. I use twice a week. I used yesterday, so now I'm only going to use it, I usually I try to use it twice a week, but you can use it up to 3 times a week. But don't overuse it. That's, you know, with any products. But since I used yesterday, I'm not going to do a demonstration on this video, but I'll have a dedicated video on it. I'll put the link on the description box below if you want to get more info on it. And I'm going to go to their page really quick so you guys can see what it means. This is the Medicube. Ulcera Deep Shot is a collagen stimulator from, you know, the HR line from Medicube. And this is one of the before and afters they have on their website. And I definitely feel this is true. It plumps everything. I don't know. This is like, you know, witchcraft. I'm not joking. I mean, it's not witchcraft. They have scientific research on it, which I love. That DONOTAGE do that in a lot of their products. They have really, you know, great information here. Let me find out. Let's see. I'm on their website, but on the actual, one thing I don't like is that their instructions on how to use are a little bit vague. So make sure you watch my dedicated video, because I've been using it, and I found some great tips on how to use. And I also showed the forehead and other areas that they don't show in their tutorial. But this is basically what it does. It helps to heat up the collagen and kind of, you know, improve the collagen on your skin. And I'm just kind of zimming through it because I'm going to have a dedicated video. But I want to mention right now, because I'm very impressed so far with this. And uses ultrasound and high frequency, which is technologies I have never used before. And here's another video of what exactly it does to the skin and improves the collagen fibers on your skin. I'm trying to find they had like a, oh yeah, they have some, you know, yeah, here. All the Medicube products, they have like actual clinical studies, and I love this about these products because they're clinically tested. And Ulcera is actually a type of technology that you can get in a dermatologist's office, but this is for home use. And this is the improvement you can see in your skin for sunken cheeks. So this helps to plump the cheeks as well. Saggy cheeks, smile lines, and I'm even finding like pores and texture. And I'm not using anything else on my face, just this. And, you know, and I'm doing the eye thing with the microcurrent. But I'm just going to quickly show you because I've been putting this to the test, and so far, guys, love it. And I will have a dedicated video on it with my before and afters. I even did a before video on it, which is really impressive because I'm finding that this is so much plumper. And you'll see on the video, but I wanted to mention because it is something I'm using and testing for you guys. So on my eye area, I'm using the microcurrent, and this I'm using on the neck here. And I'm also putting on my forehead, which is definitely helping with the deeper forehead lines, because I'm only using microcurrents on the forehead to lift my eyebrows, but I'm not using like anything for wrinkle smoothing. And it did smooth out my forehead wrinkles a lot from just like 4 uses. But hang in there, I'm gonna have the full dedicated video, but I will leave the links if you want to check it out in the description box below. But I'm like blown away by it, guys, so blown away. I'm gonna get some water. Let me see here. I definitely want to, yeah, I'm going to go into the questions from the comments that you guys gave to me, and then I'm going to go into the chats. I love hanging out with you guys. So I'm going to go to the chat pretty soon, but I want to get into the questions too. Give me a second, because you guys ask great questions, guys. So these are the questions here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to answer some of the questions from the comments because that's what I wanted to do in this video. And then I'm going to go into the chat. So making sure I'm looking here, make sure everything is okay. Take a deep breath here. I get so excited. Sometimes I forget to breathe. Okay, so I'm going to answer some of the questions and then I'm going to go into the chat. So you guys gonna read with me. And I'm going to try to do this weekly. Let me know if you guys like this, because I find that some of the questions are so good that I want to share with you guys. And then I'll send the link to you guys to watch the video portion. Because a lot of times I need to actually talk or show physical tutorials from your questions, and I find this can be helpful. I'm just trying something new. Let me know if it works for you guys. So this Yvette says, "Hi Darcy, thank you for the video. You're welcome. I can't wait for your update on the device and V products, as the professional treatment are so expensive." Yeah, this treatment is, I have a, is a facelifting mask. It's actually a carboxy treatment. It's not really just a face mask, guys. It's a cumulative results. So watch that video if you want to see the before and afters. But thank you for sharing why you're interested on the, the V. The V is actually for our intimate area, which I will test it as well, and I comment on this video. As we get older, there are natural effects of premenopausal changes, and it's platforms like yours that gets products info out there that we would have known about. I'm looking forward to your update. Yes, guys, what she's talking about is I talk about the carboxy treatment on this video, and I show the before and after. And it's an expensive treatment, but it is a treatment. It's not just like a face mask. It's actually, every time you use, it has cumulative effects. And that brand actually patented a form of how to infuse the carboxy into your face without needles. And it's actually pretty advanced. That's why it's expensive. I've never actually used 5 in a row because they're expensive. I do have a coupon code of that, but I flat out, you guys are not. It's very expensive. But I felt like every time I use it, I felt like a whole week results. And it didn't go away. Like, I feel like every time you use, you add up to the results. So it is a treatment, not just like a face mask that you put it and you don't see any, there's cumulative results. And they sent me also the V version, which is from the VJJ, our intimate area. And I will try that out too, because as I mentioned, I'm premenopausal. I haven't had a chance to put it to the test yet, but it's coming up. I'll do a video on it, talking about, because there are a lot of things that happens as we get older, and rejuvenating and aging gracefully is not just in our faces, as I'm learning as I'm getting older. It's our bodies and also the insides, and taking supplements and taking things that help us feel younger, not exhausted, because I'm an older mom and I realize more and more that if I was a younger mom, I might have more energy. Sometimes I'm so sapped. That's why taking this helps me be a better mom, no joke, because without that, I'll be like in the couch, because I'm up super early with my son. And so aging gracefully is not just our faces. As I'm getting older, I'm learning that is our pains, because as we get older, everything that we felt when we were younger, we start feeling it. My husband's feeling it now big time too. And everything we eat kind of starts catching up to us that we ate before. And also, the other areas of the female body, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but I would do a dedicated video. And I have, especially since I had 2 pregnancies, one miscarriage, and I acquire really bad incontinence. And it's something I want to talk about in a future video because it's something that really affects me. And I've been trying to find alternatives. And the V1 is supposed to help with that too, and also other things. But in my case, I might need surgery. Well, I'll do a dedicated video on it, but I want to be open with you guys because other women go through that. And it's something that we should talk about, that we should help each other, because it is just something that is hard to find information. So because I like their face masks so much, I haven't used like them in a row to be able to see the medical results that you can get with this face mask. Watch that video. It's really, really detailed, and it's really important like to understand what this mask is. It's expensive, but it's a treatment that you can actually get at a esthetician. They sell for estheticians, so you can do it at home. They used to just sell to estheticians, but now they open to home use, which is really cool. But you can go to an esthetician and pay the same amount to get an esthetician applied to you with, if you're cleansing or your facials. But I want to try down the line to do 5 in a row, but I cannot afford it right now because it's pretty expensive. But whenever they sent to me, but I actually, ever since I bought it, but I kind of use those for like special occasions. The face one. The intimate one, they sent me a box that is actually a treatment, like 5 treatments, but I want to do that when I have a chance to use it in a row. I haven't had time, guys, but I will. So Yvette, hang in there. I'm going to have an updated video because I want to talk about that for sure, especially as we get older. I think everybody has questions about that. So for sure, hang in there. I will get an update video on that, and I'll put the link of that video in the description box below if you guys want to watch and what I talk about on that video. So now Mia Zaka said, how's the battery life on this one? She's talking about the ultrasonic fat cavitation machine from the body. That one is a handheld wireless. The battery lasts quite a lot, but you still have to kind of charge it. I haven't been using that long. I mean, I haven't been using at all right now because, again, as you can see, I'm showing what I'm testing and I only have one body, one face. And that takes me time. But I will get back on that because taking care of the body, I'm going to do in that series, which is the... Oh my God, I'm like super dry. 1 second. The body anti-aging series, I will go back to a lot of the products I have reviewed in the past that I didn't use as long to see results. Because when you do stuff for your body, especially like microcurrent or ultrasonic fat cavitation, you need to do it consistently, and it takes time because body parts are bigger. And I'll never tell you like, you know, use this product once and you're going to be great. It takes time. It takes work. So when you invest on something for the body, which I have other products I haven't even opened from the box. I had a microcurrent for the body that I bought, another radio frequency for the body that I bought. I have not even opened because of lack of time. So that is important. Before you purchase something for the body, know you're in it for the long run and you have to use it. But I will include under my anti-aging body series as I start, you know, now I'm testing the MAELYS, and then next I'm going to probably, you know, test the tool. I also want to do the MAELYS for the arm, but I'm going to hang on that because as you guys saw in this video, I'm testing quite a lot of things right now, so I don't want to overwhelm, and I want to make sure to report back for you guys before I move on to the next thing. But yeah, so the battery does last on that one, and that one does work, but you need to commit like half an hour a day per area, which is a lot, you know, like if you have time, great. I don't have that time right now, but the battery does last. Okay, so this one is Alessandra. Thank you so much. She said in Portuguese, amei seu canal, conheceu seu canal, sucesso. Thank you so much. And I'll reply to her as well. I'm just kind of going through some of the questions because I also have a lot of questions on the chat, and I do have to leave by 12:30. So I will get through it, but I love hanging out and answering some of these questions because they're great. Michelle, perfect, because I actually have a graph for you on this question. Can you please link the deeper dive video on the zip? I may have watched it, but not sure. Thank you. Yeah, she's talking about the zip video that I did live, which also smooths out the wrinkles instantly, guys. And it is the filter finish tutorial from the zip. I have a whole video on it. I'll leave that in the description box below. I did a live video and I show my before and afters from the tutorial and also from the next day. So make sure to check out the video. The live is over 2 hours long because of the Q&A, which I want to ask you guys. I'm thinking about cutting the Q&A part from my lives for the future lives. Because sometimes the lives get really long and I feel like a lot of people think the tutorial is 2 hours and they may not want to watch it and they miss out great information. So I have two options I'm thinking about doing. Either cutting off the Q&A portion from the lives or re-editing the video and posting as a standalone video. So comment below which one do you prefer. Because I do love the lives. I feel like you guys ask amazing questions that actually inspire me to do other videos, but I know they can get pretty long. So I don't want to, you know, have you guys missed out on the tips or tutorials because you feel like the tutorial is 2 hours. The tutorial is never 2 hours. It's usually in the beginning of the video. And I always have the timestamps and you can jump to the tutorial, jump to the info about the product. And that one is amazing. The zip filter finish treatment from the zip helps also smooth the fine lines. And I use for like multiple times and my fine lines were like blurred. It's amazing. I love that video. I love that tutorial. And I'll have more tutorials on the zip. I want to do a zip 30-day challenge as well when I'm done with the Sarah. And after the Sarah, I have another product I'm in line to, you know, update you guys on. That's why I can't get sick, because when I get sick, I stop everything. So thanks to DONOTAGE, I'm not getting sick. Cross my fingers. But, you know, even if I do get sick, it's not as intense, but I'm hoping to keep healthy so I can keep, you know, using the products. Because when I'm sick, I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay down. And even now, like taking care of my son and my husband can be a little, you know, intense. And, you know, that's why I haven't even using my tools for my eye hood lifting as often, because I'm so busy. So, you know, taking care of my family, but I will update you guys on that as well. So yeah, Michelle, is the wrinkle smoothing tutorial from the 1 month ago that is over 2 hours long. So please guys, comment below, what should I do? Should I re-edit? Because I do have the lives on my computer that can re-edit, or I can just cut the Q&A part of it. Let me know, you know, below what you think I should do. But yeah, that is that one, and it does work, Michelle, for sure. Thank you, Michelle. She said, you look terrific on pictures. Great great up close picture so you can really see the results. Yeah, on that video I go really close, and you guys can see from that video how my wrinkles are a lot smoother now too, because I'm actually oh, I thought that was on the screen. Sorry. Oops. Anyways, I thought that was on the screen. So let me go back. I was talking about this smoothing one here, and Michelle said that one, and also she's talking about that I have very good photos on that video, and I do very close-up photos, so you can see the instant effects and you can see the next day. That the Zip has amazing waveforms and different types of currents that other devices don't have. So it's a very complete device. Highly recommend. And I'll have more, you know, shorter deep dives on the video on the Zip tutorials, and I have on the app because they're doing new updates all the time. But I will have I actually shot a whole like Zip video, but I haven't had time to edit. But I will have more Zip tutorials. If you have the Zip, use it, because I know I have so many different tutorials. It's hard to know. So she hasn't watched this video. Thanks for watching. Great set of results after 1 week. Oh yeah, this is a different video now that she's talking about. This is the eye hood lifting video, and that one was the week 2 when I did the Zip. Like when I did my eye, I'll go back here really quick, and then I'll go back to the questions, and then I'll go into the Q&A, guys. So I'm gonna answer some of the comments, and then next week I'll have another video like this, if you guys like, going over the comments and also going over your chats, because you guys ask great questions, and that way it gives you, you know, also information from the videos already posted. It has great tutorials, great info that you may need to know. So that's why I like this deep dive on the comments too. So the video she's talking about is from the eye hood lifting series, and that was week 2. I'm going to do a dedicated like recap of my eye hood lifting challenge, because I want to show each week. When I first started that challenge, each week I chose a different tool, and then I kind of ended with the bear, and then, you know, I had the black eye, and then I had to stop, and then I went back with the bear. I want to do a recap one for you guys, so you guys can see that it is a lot to do with the tools too, but it's also, you need time. So any microcurrent tool that you use, it's going to take time. And now that I've used multiple microcurrent tools for this challenge for over 2 months now, I think, I want to show you the results, because even though you see subtle results every week with any microcurrent tool, you really will see the full results after 3 months, really, because that's how long it takes to really set in the results, retrain your muscles. But you will see as the months progress, definitely see the lift. And even when I stopped using the tools for like over 2 weeks, when I got my black eye, the lift was still there. So you won't lose your results like right away once you have a consistent use. So that is important. That's why I like this series, to show you guys what you can expect when you're using it, when you stop using it, and when you combine different tools. So I'll have a recap video on the series, so that way you can just watch that and do a recap. And then if you want to watch the full tutorial on each video, which I do show a full tutorial techniques for the eye hood lifting on each of those lives. And they're long because of the Q&A, but usually check the timestamps below for that, so that way you guys can see. And hi Darcy, I couldn't find the live where I was chatting with you last week. Oh yeah, this is the graph I have, Michelle. Let's dig in this one. Hi Darcy, I couldn't find the live where I was chatting with you last week. What I mentioned last week is called chin dimpling. I went on YouTube to look up natural treatments, and everyone suggested Botox. I was just on a Zoom with an acupuncturist who teaches gua sha, and she told me to keep doing gua sha and face yoga. I have been for 2 months, but I guess I need to focus longer on the chin. If you find anything, yeah, I did, Michelle, and I have a graph for you. Please let me know. Hope your week's going well. Thank you so much, Michelle. I love your questions. You're so great. So let me actually answer Michelle's question by showing a graph, because I also researched that. I've never heard of dimpling chin, but I realized I have a little bit of that too. Let me see. When I kiss, you can see I have a little dimpling already. See? So this is what she means about dimpling chin, which happens for many reasons, which I'll talk about it. And I did research, Michelle. I hope you're still in the chat, and I will get your questions on the chat as well. I think after this, I'm going to jump into the chat, because there's a lot of great questions I see. And then I will go back into the comments like we did today for next week. So let me know if you like this format. That way I can go over your comments from the week, and then we can go into the chat, and we can chat about things I'm testing. So Michelle, I have a graph for you. And this is actually titled, this frame is titled For Michelle. So yes, Michelle, this dimpling here, which I've noticed I also have when I do this movement, it is quite normal because this, which I'll talk about it right now. But I'm showing you right now the muscles that are responsible for this, which is those two band muscles here. Oh, I thought I had the other one. Let me open the other. Wait a second, guys. I'm going to give exactly the name of that muscle. That muscle name is the mentalis. Okay, that muscle name is the mentalis, those two bands here. And they are the ones responsible for this dimple of the chin. And the little axis that you see there is what I researched, that does usually people put Botox to help that, because what Botox does is it paralyzes the muscle, not relaxes, paralyzes. I definitely, I know I have the same feeling for you. I don't want to use Botox, so I'm going to give you some alternatives right now. And I have just for you, Michelle. Yes. So this is basically the mentalis. So this is a band here. Michelle, I'm not sure. Do you have the MAELYS Mini? Answer on the chat. When I go to the chat, I'll check if you have the MAELYS Mini, because the MAELYS Mini also can help with, because the MAELYS Mini has the two prongs. So if you have the MAELYS Mini, I did forget to put it out. For the MAELYS Mini, if you are to use it, or if you are somebody that have the MAELYS Mini and want to help with this, you can use on the erase, which is the relaxing of the, but I have something else other than MAELYS Mini as well, the massage technique, which I'll show you, Michelle, as well. But I mentioned the MAELYS Mini because you can also do the erase mode and just kind of stretch, like with the two probes, stretch just these muscles here, like that. And if you guys want to dedicate a video on the chin dimpling, I'd be happy to do it with different tools. I just want to answer some of the questions from Michelle, because I couldn't remember if you had the MAELYS Mini. Just oh, the zip. You have the zip. Got it. Okay, so with the zip, I will research the actual, I'm going to try, because I do have some too. I realize I do. So then I would test on mine, Michelle, and I'll get back to you for a tutorial with the zip. For some reason, I thought you had the MAELYS Mini. Anyways, if you have the MAELYS Mini, you can do that. But Michelle, hang in there. Don't need to run and buy the MAELYS Mini. Let me see which kind of tutorial I can do with the zip. Or the gua sha is actually a really good thing that your acupuncturist mentioned. Because what causes this is the muscle, gets, not used, but overused when you do this, and then you start dimpling because of also the fascia. Fascia, which I mentioned in previous videos, which I may do a dedicated video on it, but I've learned about fascia through Jane Mann, which is an esthetician, and I'll put her video about fascia on the description box below, as well as my friend AlohaJenn Beauty blog, which is also an esthetician on YouTube. She has amazing videos about fascia, which is something I've never heard before from learning from these ladies, and they both have amazing tutorials, and I'll put those tutorials in the description box below. But in a nutshell, if you think about fascia, think about us as, Jane Mann used a great analogy. It's like a stockings, like stockings when you put it on top of your legs, and they get like crinkles sometimes. That is the fascia. It stays right on top of the muscle, and it matters because when the fascia gets tangled or, is not usually, massaged, you get worse results from microcurrent because the fascia is on top here. And underneath is the muscle. I wish I had a fascia photo. Anyways, so you see that this is the bending of the muscle. So what you can do to release, you can use the gua sha, which I'm going to use this one. Sorry, which I'll do a video on this one too. This one is a very good gua sha that I just started trying out. I'm not going to do a tutorial on this one with this. I'll do a dedicated video, but I'm going to show you some techniques, Michelle, you can do with the gua sha, as well as a fascia releasing tool. This one, and I also have, Jane Mann has a great one. I couldn't find mine. I've been using on my hair because it helps with headaches too. But both Jane Mann and also my great friend AlohaJenn from Beauty blog has amazing tutorials on it. And she actually was thanks to Jen that I bought this one. This is, oh my God, this is the Fascia Blaster, but you can also use the Jane Mann tool, which is the, oh my God, what is the name of it? Jeez, hold on. Oh my God, I literally slipped my mind. I'll get to it, but I'm going to show with this one for you, Michelle, how you can do it. Jane Anma, you have the Anma? Awesome. So you have the Anma. Thank you for remembering me because I need more of my lucid. It's getting a little later, so again, I'm tired from remembering everything. But believe me, from 2 hours and a half, I'm doing great of sleep. So Michelle, this is just for you. If you have the Anma, which is another tool that I have and I use it all the time. I think it fell behind my bed. That's how much I use the Anma. And the Anma, it's different than this tool here. This is the Fascia Blaster. If you have, this is very popular, but even my friend, AlohaJenn from Beauty Blog talks about it. This breaks quite easy. That's the only thing that she doesn't like. But I, keep this in a drawer. But my Anma is always next to my bed because I like sometimes before going to bed doing this on my head because I get headaches a lot. And actually that helps to release the fascia on your head. So if you have migraines, it's amazing to do that and it's really relaxing and also helps with microcurrent, especially for the forehead. If you do like fascia release on your head, and both Jane Mann and AlohaJenn from AlohaJenn Beauty Blog, my friend Jen, go into detail and they explain really well, and that's how I learned it. And I'll maybe do a video on it too, but I will leave those tutorials because they are very complete. They study the fascia release. I've never heard it before I've learned from their channel. So I'll definitely put those videos for you guys to watch and learn more about it. But just in a nutshell, think of fascia as a stocking net on top of your muscles. So if your fascia is really tangled or you haven't worked on the fascia, it can also affect like a dimpling or affect the muscle. So if you help to release the fascia, which I'll show now, that helps your actual microcurrent work better. And especially as we get older, because then especially if you never release the fascia, usually is released with very gentle moves because the fascia is a very thin layer on top of the muscle, so you never want to do too strong of it. So that's why I will definitely show those tutorials because that way you guys can learn. But I'm talking about the fascia just for the dimpling, Michelle, and view those videos for all over fascia release. But for here, you can do this. Like if you see the video on that band, so you can do that with your Anma as well as if you have this one. And I'll show also with the gua sha. But if you have the Anma, you can do that too. Just kind of put your finger here and just gently one and gentle do that, and then do microcurrent on top of it to even heighten. But doing this release and then with time, it will help to release the fascia here and relax this muscle, strengthen this muscle so you won't have so much dimpling. And that's, an alternative you can do from Botox. But in this image, there's just two arrows. Sorry. I'm getting too tired, guys. So I think now I'm feeling a little, as I'm talking, I'm brain fogging a little, but yeah, it's where usually people actually do the Botox. That's what the X's are, where people inject the Botox. But because I took this image to kind of give you an alternative of it. So if you work on these two muscles here, these two bands, Michelle, and help release the fascia, it will help release this thing. Another thing you can do, which is another suggestion for YouTube, and I forgot to put the video here, but I'll put the link on the description box below, is Christine Byers. She did a great video on chin dimpling because I did my research, Michelle. I was curious, and then when I noticed, like, I have a little bit on that too, I was like, this, I've never heard it before. But again, as we get older, we start finding all kinds of different things. And a lot of stuff comes down to releasing the fascia and using microcurrent in alternative ways. So another thing you can do, Michelle, and I'll put the link on the Christine Byers video as well, because she did a very good job on explaining too. She puts her actual tongue and she does that movement a couple times a day. But I'll put the link to the video, Michelle, so you can watch her full explanation why. Because there's actually a massage technique that you can do from underneath. And that estheticians can actually do that. If you see an esthetician, they can do that for you. Just a buccal massage, I think. That some celebrities do it, but you have to actually put your fingers. But if you don't want to put your fingers, she does really well on that video. And she does this. Basically that. Like kind of stick your tongue and stretch the area, which kind of functions the same way as the Anma, if you have the Anma or the facial blaster, to release the fascia, and also use, microcurrent to kind of help to stretch the muscle the same way. I'm going to find a zip tutorial on it too. I haven't had a chance to look at the zip tutorial, but I kind of wanted to show you some of the fascia that by itself can help you. Now I'm going to show you the gua sha. So this actually is from my summer. And this is a really interesting device because it actually combines not just gua sha, but with LED lights, warmth therapy, and even vibration therapy. But I'm going to do a full review on it. I'm just going to show really quick because it's right here because I was going to do a reel on it. And I love gua sha. I actually have a whole tutorial on gua sha on my channel too that I've used way before, and it works too. Anything you do to your face, to massage it, to help circulation, it is anti-aging, it is really relaxing, and it works. And my mom would use gua sha for the longest time on her 11s, and it helps too. But I'm going to show for this part, okay, Michelle? And I will have a tutorial on this tool here. I'm not going to turn it on. I'm just going to show with the thing. So if you were doing this, you'll be doing this. You'll be scraping down. You just hold here. And that's the technique you'll be doing with the gua sha, which gua sha is basically scraping. It's a scraping technique that also helps to release the fascia the same way that the Anma or the facial blaster would do. And it's with the gua sha, you can do a little scraping like that. Sorry, I'll open it up. And this is a really good tool, guys. I'm excited to show a tutorial on it in a whole dedicated video. Oh, my hands are a little slippery now. Because it actually uses a very anti-aging stone, which I'm going to do the dedicated video. I just had it next to me because I'm still doing research about it. I like to research products and give you all the information when I talk about the product. So this is not a review of the My Summer tool yet because I'm still researching. They sent to me, which I'm super grateful. And I love My Summer products, which I'm going to talk about it too. It really helps to increase your results from LED lights. But I want to do a dedicated video on it because it definitely deserves one. It's a really good tool. But as far as the gua sha, that's the technique. And you can turn on this tool and it has LED and vibration, which probably even helps better to release this area. But I'll do a tutorial. Maybe I'll include the chin deplete tutorial when I do this video. But definitely recommend. If you're interested, I'll put the link on the description box. This is actually quite affordable. I love Masama. The actual founder of Masama is a really, I talked to her for 2 hours on Zoom, and I want to actually have an interview with her on my channel. She's so knowledgeable, she's so sweet, and Beth is her name, and I'll probably do a dedicated video on the Masama and also do an interview with her because it was lovely to talk to her. And I've been, again, behind on everything on my reviews right now, but I would do a demonstration of this for sure. That's why I cannot get sick, guys. Cannot get sick. I have so many things in the pipeline to show you guys, so many exciting things. So hopefully this helped, Michelle. I'm gonna go into the chat and then we can talk more about it. And then I'll do a dedicated video on it because it's really interesting that I've never heard before Michelle said. That's why I love your questions, guys, and I love talking to you guys because I'm learning so many things. And guess what? I also have it because we don't work our chins a lot. But what Christine Byers, which is also a great YouTube channel, I love her channel. She talks about that. We do face expressions and we are always moving this, but we're not releasing it. And that's true. Like a lot of times when you do microcurrent, we do here, here, here. We focus on our eye area and other areas, but we don't really work our chins. And if you have the MAELYS Mini, you can do the erase mode, which helps to relax and elongate the muscle. And, that's the only tool that has the erase mode. But even if you don't have the MAELYS Mini, you can do, like I showed you, with the gua sha, or you can use the Anma, or you can use the face blaster to help release because we do not use our chins. We don't do anything to our chins. So that muscle becomes stagnated, especially the fascia. So those are things that I'm learning along too with you guys and hopefully to, help you guys out if you're having the chin dumpling, which I've never heard before. And when I researched for Michelle, all I could find was Botox. And it's like, I don't want to do Botox. And, no judgment. If you have that and you want to do Botox, definitely works. But again, if you want to do an alternative, those are the alternatives that you can do. Or you can do Botox and that works too. And a lot of the videos I found were, guiding people to use Botox. But I wanted to give an alternative for you guys. So that's why I want to answer the questions. I'm going to go into the chat now and we're going to hang out and answer your questions. And then I do have to leave at 12:30. Because I do have to go to my doctor appointment and then I have one in the afternoon too. So I'm so happy I was able to hang out with you guys today and answer your questions. So let's go into the chat. Oh, geez, hold on. I'm gonna go all the way up to the chat. And let's start. Hi, Michelle. I'm home cooking now. Yeah, we talked about that. Thanks, Michelle. Hopefully, by now, I think your food is probably ready. Are you talking now about chest or sleep wrinkles? I need something. Yes, I do sleep on my side, and I've been using the Big Glossy. That's what I talked about. And I'll continue using, but so far I find that it's looking smoother. But again, I go to sleep and I wake up there. It doesn't, so far I'm only using for like 2 weeks. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. What I want to do next is after I test this for 30 days, I may start using it with the gua sha. But put a pin on it. I will keep you guys posted. Again, one thing at a time, because that way I don't want to do everything at the same time and then I won't be able to tell you what worked. But so far I'm enjoying this. I will do a 30-day video for sure on it. And Blub said, I hope you test the new FAQ 102 device from Fori. Yeah, Fori released a couple kind of very advanced devices. I'm excited to test it out. Again, I have a pipeline going right now of things I'm testing, but I'll get to it probably down the line. So definitely subscribe, or if you're a subscriber, hang in there. I will definitely for sure talk about it because it is definitely exciting. I think it does use, I kind of read a little bit on it, not so much. I think it has like radio frequency on it or something, so I'll definitely check that out. But down the line, I'm testing out those Sarah. Once I'm done with that, I have another device they have not released yet, and I'm excited about that one because they sent it to me before they released, which I'm excited to test it out. But again, I'm going to be doing that review by itself so that way I can see if it works. So hang in there. Yes, thank you so much. I didn't sleep much at all, 2 hours and a half. That's why I wanted to share this routine, because I don't even have dark circles. And I think it's for sure the things I'm doing, for sure. No, my son, Michelle. My son is sick and my husband is sick. And I'm battling. When I mean battling, like it's like a battle. Like last night, I was feeling like a little feverish, like I was feeling I was coming down, and I doubled my NMN. I was like, please, God, help me. And then, because I cannot get sick, because if we all get sick at the same time, who's going to take care of things? Who's going to cook? Who's going to, because my husband, love my husband, but when he gets sick, when guys get sick, I mean, he is sick. Don't get me wrong. He's feverish. He went to his office. He's probably back and laying down now. But he went to his office to pick up his computer so he can work from home and rest. And we're going to go to the doctor soon. And you took the same thing. I took the same NMN this morning. Ella, yes, Pardu, that actually works. And if you have that, and if you feel like you're getting sick, what I've been doing is I double the dosage, and it helps me kind of spring it back up. Obviously, there's no miracles. If I catch a really bad virus, I probably will get sick, But I find that when I'm taking that, I never get that sick. Like last night, I was feeling like a little like coming down, and then I doubled last night. I doubled this morning. And even though I had very little sleep, the Lucid helped too, for sure. And that's what I've been doing, guys. But I'll keep you guys posted. But so far it works. It's been working for me. And something is working, that when you stop, what happened was what happened last year, which I'm not going to let it happen again. I don't want to run out of the NMN ever, because it really is something that my body needs it. Because it's not that the NMN that I need, is that it increases the NAD levels. And watch that video if you want more info about that. And I will do a dedicated video on the NMN, because again, I'm raving about it. Is the reason that I can still be here with you guys after 2 hours and a half, because it is keeping my immunity up, because it helps all the systems of my body function better. So highly recommend it. It is expensive, but it lasts a long time. And again, it's worth it. When you take something that works, it's worth it. And I do have a coupon code with DONOTAGE as well. I'll leave that in the description box below. It is worth it, guys. I love them. And I have purchased stuff from them as well. And they sent me stuff as well. It's a great brand for purity and honest, like really works. And I have, given to friends, and they feel the same. So I will never suggest something that doesn't work for me or other people, because it works for sure. So that, for have a new LED mask, looks crazy. Yes, Ford is coming out with some pretty advanced things. Like I saw that, I think it's like $700. Yeah, down the line, I'll see if I can review it. I have amazing LED products I've been testing and using. I'm going to do another challenge, guys. It's coming up probably Monday, because I have, if you guys can see, I have a lot of broken capillaries. You guys see on nose. I have some on my face too because I do have rosacea. I want to do a video on broken capillaries, and I'm actually going to do a challenge. I have one of my masks from Adoro that helps with broken capillaries, so I want to start using that and update you guys because there's so many amazing LED lights on the market, and I want to kind of, I know a lot of people bought them for my videos, so I want to see if you guys can get good use from it too. So before I test the new LED from Foreo, I want to do this broken capillary one. And I also just reviewed a very expensive LED panel, which I call the Porsche of LED lights because it's expensive and it's a medical grade. I've been testing those on my body, and I'm going to start using on my hands as well. That one is expensive, it's over $2,000, but it has been really helpful for my body aches as well. So that one I have a whole review. Watch that video because I also show examples of other before and afters from other LED lights from current body that I use that also work. So in general, guys, in a nutshell, LED lights work. It's a proven technology. You have to choose the device that works best for your budget and schedule, because some things you have to use it for half an hour, 3 times a week. Some things you have to use for 3 minutes every day. So, and also price-wise. The one I just reviewed is so expensive. They did send to me, that video is not sponsored. I was actually going to buy it. I was saving up to buy it because in the past, I used to own a panel for the body that was Saluma, which I had a question on my comments. I might do a video in the future. I gave it to my mom because when she was visiting me from Brazil, she also had the same things that I have now, which again, look at your parents and see what they have because you're probably going to get it. And now I have arthritis and body aches. So for me, it was worth it to, I was going to buy this panel actually, but I'm so grateful they sent to me. And the review is very detailed because I was researching it myself. So yeah. So, and that is also crazy expensive, but that panel you can also use on your body and helps with even like psoriasis. So watch that video if you're curious about it, because I show examples of a lot of before and afters from other videos, so that way you can see if you really need it. But yeah, some LED lights can be crazy expensive, but you kind of have to see if it's within your budget and schedule because all of them work. You just have to find one that, it is for your needs. So I'll definitely check that out for you guys down the line. Yeah, my family has been sick. I hate to say that, guys, but since we had the vid, we've never been the same. And we had it before the vaccine, and we had it like 3 times. I don't want to go into detail because YouTube doesn't like that word, and I don't want to get, flag on this video for it, but it's the reality. Throughout the years, we've been kind of battling that, and my husband is not really taking vitamins, not really taking care of himself, so then he gets really, really sick. And we were all like that last year, because when I was not taking, that's the only difference between me and my husband is that I take DONOTAGE and he doesn't. He has a hard time taking vitamins, period. And this is important as we get older to do them, but he's very hard-headed, so it's very hard to get him to take stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get into detail on that, but it is unfortunate. But, obviously I'm not saying if you take this, you're never going to get sick, but definitely helps my immunity for sure. Yeah, I'll check out Foreo. Yeah, Foreo has great products and good quality. I had this, I think this was the first bear that ever came out, and I still have it. It still works. Very solid, well made, and definitely whenever they make a product is good quality. So definitely recommend, but I know that they can be expensive, especially the new things are coming out. I will definitely test those out for you guys down the line, for sure, but I highly recommend. What does this NMN do aside energy? I think Claudia uses too. Yeah, Claudia Glows actually was the one that got me in contact with DONOTAGE because when I was going through long COVID, I was sick for, super sick, deathly ill. And I'm good friends with Claudia from Claudia Glows. I love her channel. That's where I actually learned about NMN, and she takes DONOTAGE for the longest time. So she got me in contact with them. And I talk about this on the first video that I started with the DONOTAGE. They sent me a giant box of all their products, and they spent I'm not joking, 2 hours on a Zoom with me, talking about my symptoms, everything I was feeling. They even sent me a test, which I have to do another one when I'm using them for a while. I keep forgetting to take the after test because to show the NAD levels. The NAD is responsible for all functions on your body, everything, and when the NAD levels are low, that's when you really get sick, especially if you're low immunity. So I go into more detail on my DONOTAGE video, and I will probably do a dedicated video on NMN because I want to go through all the questions, and I only have 20 more minutes before I have to leave for the doctor to take my husband, but I will have a dedicated video. But in a nutshell, NMN helps increase the NAD, which is NAD is part of all the systems on your body. So it helps function, your body function, and as well as, and as many research to revert aging. I'm not saying you're going to look like 15, but as I mentioned before, aging is not just on your face, on your body, it's internal too, as your organs start not to work as well. And even in a man, increasing the NAD levels have even been increased to lower risks of chances of cancer, or lower, in which I'm going to talk about the NMN video, because I've been kind of gathering some articles of research, like real data, to show you guys that actually helps either slow down cancer tumor growth or prevent, which is, I know is a bold statement. That's why I want to show all the research behind it. But something I don't talk about in my channel, which I don't want to get into detail right now, is emotional for me. But I dealt with a lot of cancer scares throughout my life. Not talking about now, but that's one of the reasons I need to take this forever. And that and the CR6 activator, which I'll talk about in a future video, guys. But it works. Okay, so on the dedicated video, Michelle, I would deep dive, but Claudia has amazing videos on it too. So if you guys want to check out her channel, that's what I've learned. And she was such a great person. She put me in contact with them because I honestly would not be able to afford this. And that's why last year when I ran out, I could not purchase anymore, because finances are tough, I think with everybody. And then I thought, I feel great. I do not need it. Let me try not taking it and see if I'm just healed. Big mistake. And I talk about it on the updated video. So Claudia actually went out of her way to put me in contact with them, and also DONOTAGE. That's why I like this company. They're not pushy. They send me out the products. They send me other products throughout, since I started, reviewing their products too, and they're not pushy, like, what is the review, like, do it now. They really want results, and they really want to help. And I was so touched that they sent me so many things that really help. Not saying you need to take all of them at the same time. Some of them I do miss it. I'm going to repurchase too. But definitely NMN is something I definitely recommend. I think anybody, I wish I could give to my son, but he's too young to take it. And I wish my husband took it, but he doesn't want to take anything. NMN tastes so hard, but that I can't help. It tastes a little salty. You know what I do? I just put it on a very little bit of water, and it tastes a little salty. Like, it reminds me of my dad used to take this, I forgot the name of it. It's also a salt, which helps. I forgot the name of it. My dad used to take that when I was growing up, and tastes very similar. So for me, it doesn't taste that bad. But Blubs, if you're having a hard time, they also have capsules, but I honestly feel like the powder's probably, I never tried the capsules, but I like the powder because I feel the results, like, within a week. My energy already goes up. Like, I feel the results quickly. But if you don't like the taste, it tastes a little salty, guys. It's not like gonna make you throw up or anything. But for me, I put in, I'm using 3 scoops right now on a little bit, like this much of water, on a tiny little glass, and I just chug it. That's the first thing I do in the morning. And it works for me because it's a little salty, but it's little water. So you don't need to do enough. So I would suggest, Blubs, it's worth it to take it, even if it's not like super tasty. It's not too bad for me because it reminds me of something else, but it's a little salty. So you put it in a little bit of water. I think I heard some people actually put it straight in their mouth, but I put it in a little bit of water, and I mix it, and I just chug it. And it's almost like a shot, bottoms up, and it works. So you can try that to see if you can handle it. But to me, it's worth it, because I definitely feel like when I don't take it, I feel the results. So try that and see if that works for you. I'm still testing them, and I do feel like it gives me some quick energy. It does. And I think the energy part is one thing I want to mention about DONOTAGE, which I talk about in the review, is when you are a healthy person and you take something that works, you may feel like more energy, you sleep better, and you don't feel so much like an amazing results. You may feel like more energy and you sleep better, which I find that it's really improving for quality of life in general. But when you're somebody like me with extremely low immunity, like, I literally feel like my family in general, as you guys see, I'm always talking about they're sick because we have an immunity situation here. We're very immunity compromised. And that is with my son, me, and my husband. And I feel like it is from, getting the thing that helps the whole humanity. And we're still discovering more about it. And that is unfortunate, but it's something we didn't have before, and now we have. And so for me, I'm immunocompromised, no joke. When I don't take that, I'm definitely ill, like really bad. And you guys saw last year, I had no voice. So if you're somebody that suffers from immunity compromise or have other health conditions and you take them, you feel a lot more results. But when you're somebody healthy, You may just feel like more energy and you sleep better. But trust me, it is helping to prevent other stuff, other diseases or other ailments within your body, because it's increasing the NAD levels. As I mentioned, the research, it's proven that it helps even prevent cancer and other things. But I will have a whole dedicated video with the article, so that way you guys can follow along and read yourselves and educate yourselves on it. But I find that it's beneficial even if you're not immunocompromised or if you don't have any health issues, because even if you just feel a little more energy or sleep better, it is helping with other things that you may not have because you're a healthy person, or you may not have yet. So definitely it's really cool, because as I'm researching for the video, I'm finding so many great info that I want to share with you guys, because again, aging is not just wrinkles. It is internally, it is our quality of life. And I think that's the most important thing. You can be somebody older and have wrinkles and be aged physically, but unless you are not taking care of the inside and you don't feel the energy and you cannot walk or you're in pain all the time, then it doesn't matter if your face have Botox and you're like, look like you're 15 or stretched to heavens, which it's okay. You know, some people like, you know, some celebrities, they go overboard. No judgment, but I'm just saying, like, doesn't matter if your face has no wrinkles. If the inside you feel aged, like, which I mentioned, I'm finding that as an older mom, like no energy, like you can run at the park, you're just like, you want to sleep all the time, then that is also part of aging. But it doesn't mean you have to be debilitated in your quality of life if you take something that makes you feel more younger internally. So hopefully, you know, I'm kind of rambling, but I'm finding as I'm aging, as I'm getting older, I'm still young. I mean, 46 compared to a lot of people I know, it's still young. But that's when things start going south. And I'm learning that every day with something up that comes up. So definitely works. Part do set chai spices along with raw cacao, MTC powder, and mushroom. Yeah, I think that's an ingredients of that of the lucid that I talked about. Do you think TMJ with NMN? Yes, I do take. Yeah, I forgot. I do take TMG with the NMN. I find that through the research, if you take TMG with NMN, you get increased results. But I have also just taken NMN by itself and it still worked. I have to buy more TMG, which I will go to the website and buy the pills, because ideally you want to take them together. It helps to break down, you know, the particles and increase your results. So if you are taking NMN and you're not seeing as great results, try taking with TMG. But even if you just take NMN, you will see results. And definitely, it's for sure, guys. I'm living proof of it. And the fact that I'm not crumbling in a bed like my husband is right now is the proof of it. Like, the proof is in the pudding, right? Is that what I say? No, pardon. My husband and my child do not take NMN because they can't. Well, my husband refuses to take anything, even daily supplements. Don't get me started. I can do a whole video about it. We disagree on a lot of things about health, which is it's affecting our relationship, because he's having a lot of health stuff and it affects me and affects our son, and I want him to be healthy and happy, but he's very stubborn and he doesn't even like taking multivitamins. Yeah, he's taking some medication, prescription medication, that he forgets to. Anyway, it's a whole thing. As we're getting older, you have to start taking medication and different things. So it's becoming a challenge. I'm hoping that he changes his mind and try, but he will not even try. But again, he will not even take supplements, like over-the-counter supplements. He refuses. So that is a whole another thing. You know, every relationship has their up and down, and we're having very up and a lot of downs on that area, because as we're getting older, health is becoming a up in front issue, because it affects relationship if he's not feeling well. And I'm trying to help, but he refuses to try, and that is just his personality. He's just very hard-headed. And for my son, I even reached out to DONOTAGE, see if I could give it to him, but no, because my son at that age, his NAD levels are higher, but again, he's immunocompromised, but they should not they do not suggest you give to kids. It's only adults only. And I'm trying to, I emailed DONOTAGE to create stuff for kids as well, because I do give my son supplements, vitamins, zinc, you name it, and he still gets sick every week. And he's on that age. He just turned 4. I hope I have time to show a photo of him. I have to see if I have time. He just turned 4. And he's a lovely, you know, he's a lovely boy. He's not like sickly boy. He's a lovely boy, but he gets sick a lot. He's also on the age of getting sick. So that is quite normal for that age group, you know, going to school and stuff. But I find that when he gets sick, he gets sicker. And even his doctor said that is happening to all kids, not just my son. They had, you know, the quarantine and everything that happens with the world, because they were not exposed to other kids when they were supposed to. That also affects. you know, because he's not vaccinated like my son. You know, I didn't give him any of the shots to him. Also, because I'm worried about any reactions, because even the regular vaccines that I give him at the doctor, he gets really bad reactions. So anyway, so he cannot take Anma, so I'm hoping down the line DONOTAGE can come up with something for kids, because I will buy it in a heartbeat and give it to my son, because the ones that I've been giving to him are not working. Like, he still gets sick every week. And I know it's normal. I hear it from parents all the time, but also from his own doctor. It's normal, but also has increased since everything that went in the world. So, but he's not like, you know, God forbid, you know, he's just a normal cold and things that happen with children. It's just that happens quite often. And then my husband gets sick, and then I get sick. So it kind of goes around. But now that's why I have to keep my immunity up. Otherwise, what happens last year, that I couldn't even film. Like, I literally lost my voice last year. Lucy not shipping to Germany. I'm so sorry. I don't know. They just sent that to me, so I actually didn't know what they shipped. But definitely, you know, keep an eye on it. Definitely work. Or check on Instagram. They have a lot of nootropics, I think it's called, that I saw on IG. And it kind of like, because it's like mushrooms, I was like, sounds like a gimmicky, but honestly is not. It's definitely help you. Yes, Pardu, I am energetic for 2 parts. And that's why I want to talk about this routine. Because of NMN, this gives you energy. But the Lucid, I swear to God, it doesn't make you feel high or anything like that. It literally feels like somebody just opened the curtain or something. You know, when you have like, and that's what my brain fogginess feels like sometimes. There's just like a little fuzzy thing in the world that you can just walk around a little, like my head is light or something. The Lucid, when I take it, it just feels like that clarity that coffee does, but without the jitters and without the crash. So it truly works. I just bought another one. So I'll do another video on it for you guys as well. The MediQ is HIFU or radio frequency? Is high frequency. So I guess you would say HIFU, and is not radio frequency. So she's talking about the Ocera from MediQ, and I'll put the link on the description box if you want more info. I will do the 30-day review, which I'm excited to see my before and afters, because I already feel, and I think you guys, if you're watching my videos since I started using this, can visually see it too. So this works. I'm excited. But it's a new technology. I've never used HIFU before, which is high frequency, and uses 2 things. It uses high frequency and ultrasound. So it's not just HIFU. Blubs is high frequency and ultrasound together. So I'm not sure, because they're 2 modalities together makes it better results than just regular HIFU, because I've always been scared of HIFU. I actually have another HIFU device I'm supposed to try, but that one you try like twice a month. So it's super strong. I'm actually very intimidated by it, because it is a strong device, you know. So I haven't tried the other one. It's on my drawers. I will definitely test it out when I'm going through, you know, the line of things I'm testing for you guys. But so far, I'm be testing the Ocera for 30 days and show you the results, but it combines HIFU with ultrasound. So it's a different type of technology. You don't have to answer my question, but it does. You answered. Oh, okay, sounds good. I'm just going through the chat. So, oh my God, guys, I have to go, because in 5 minutes I'll have to go. I'm so sorry. I have to look at the thing here, because I do have a doctor appointment. You bought the Become Lucid thing. I'll report back. Yeah, let me know. I just bought more. So let me know. It's a big tablespoon you take in the morning with, you know, milk or water, and love it. Cut out carbs. It helps so much. I actually don't eat a lot of carbs. I actually don't eat a lot. It's kind of bad. I'm not drinking enough water. I'm not eating enough. I'm doing really bad on the regular part of things. I cook for my son, but for myself, sometimes I just kind of like forget to eat. It's bad. Do not recommend. You know, I love sushi. It's like, but not all the time, because, you know, anyways, yeah, just as a side note, I don't eat a lot of carbs, but, well, this week I did a lot of bad pizza. But I need to get better on my healthy habits as well. But the supplements have helped for sure. You haven't? I wonder, because it did help with me, but I wonder if, again, depending on the level of the wrinkles, you may need to use more often. But as you saw, like I saw immediate results for sure. But one thing I've noticed with the Ocera, it gives me similar effects than the filter finish, but I wonder if they're going to be permanent, because the filter finish, you use it, you know, obviously is smoothing the wrinkles, but then if you don't consistently use it, go back. And you even saw the after photo, like some of them came back the next day because we continue moving our faces. We continue moving the facial expressions. So if your filter finish didn't help with your wrinkles, that means your wrinkles might be too deep. So maybe you can look into something like Docera, or Michelle, use the filter finish like more often, and it will probably have cumulative effects as well. But I will double check with that for you. But for sure, like if you saw my video, is move them out, and they were like, the smoothness wasn't to the next day. But obviously, if you still have the movement, you know, and I also find that, you know, like I'm exaggerating them right now, but I'm finding the Docera is helping with the actual dynamic wrinkles as well. Like they're more plumped too. But the filter finish did work for me. You just have to kind of use it more often to get the cumulative effects. But I think it depends on the degree of your wrinkles, obviously. Yes, I take the TMJ with the NMN. Let me see. I'm gonna. Yeah, Michelle talked about the Anma, which I talked about in the video already. So if you have the Anma, it helps with the fascia release, which you can use other parts of your body and face as well, which I'll put those links for the video form AlohaJenn Beauty blog, as well as Jane Mann. They're awesome tutorials about fascia. I love that you looked into it. You're so thoughtful. Thank you. I just ordered the Anma, so we work on fascia with this tool and continue the gua sha. Yes, Michelle, you're welcome. You guys ask amazing questions that really inspire me to look for things I'd never heard before. So please continue making comments, asking questions. That really helps me too. And I love learning things, and I love researching. And that's a pleasure to help you out, Michelle. So yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know how it goes. And would love a video on using the Anma and gua sha. Awesome. I'll probably do a fascia release video in the future, for sure, once I have time. But as I said, I've learned from the masters. You know, Jane Mann is the master on fascia release. She's an esthetician, like, of decades, and she created the Anma. So I would definitely suggest to check out her videos on the Anma for sure, because she created it and she makes amazing tutorials. So I'll leave those in the description box below, and subscribe to her channel too, Michelle, because she gives weekly tutorials on it. And also AlohaJenn Beauty blog. She does also great fascia release, and she uses other fascia tools besides the Anma, but she explains really easy as well. So I'll try doing a video in the future, but as I'm saying, like, I learned from the masters. So going to the masters for that one is probably best, since they've been doing for longer. But I do simple stuff for my fascia. I wanted to do more deeper fascia work, but I haven't been able to. Oh my God, guys, I'm not going to be able to go through all the questions. I'm so sorry. I literally have to leave right now in order to make for my doctor appointment. It went by so quickly, but I will try to if I didn't answer your question today, just because I have an appointment right now. We're actually doing teleconference, so I need to leave right now to get to call the doctor, to Zoom in with my husband. But that's why I came to do this today. But if I didn't answer your question, could you do me a huge favor and put them on the comments below, and I will make sure to come back and answer the questions, or I'll do a Q&A video like this one next week. That way I can answer the questions in the video like I'm doing today, and research more of the questions, and we can hang out, chat, and share what's working, what's not working. So that would be wonderful if you guys can also do your questions on the description, and also like this video if it was helpful to you. It really helps my channel. I love you guys so much, and subscribe to my channel so you know when I'm going live, and see if you like this type of video. That way I can do another one like this next week. Now I have to call the doctor for my husband and take care of my family, but I love you guys so much. I hope you're healthy and safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.